Admittedly, I am kind of dreading doing this operator how-to strictly because of how controversial Jackal can be. And if you play ranked, you can kind of understand what I'm talking about because he's banned almost every single game that you play of ranked. So as a newer player, you're probably wondering why Jackal is banned so much, and is he even good at all? Well, if that said, let's go ahead and talk about his gadget. By pressing your gadget button and doing a very quick animation, you will activate Jackal's Gadget, which gives him the ability to scan and look at the footprints of the defenders. By going up to the footprints, you can scan the defenders at their current position. It does not matter where they're standing. If you get scanned for the first time, wherever you are standing, you will immediately get pinged. However, it will determine how many pings you will get on the defender by the feet colors. If it is the color red, you will get 4 pings. If it is the color yellow, you will get 3 pings. If it's the color green, you will get 2 pings. And finally, if it's the color blue, you will get 1 ping. Now, considering the fact I just told you what his gadget is, I actually could be completely wrong about the footprints. Because on screen, it's supposed to be this. And like I said, I have done a lot of research on this, and I have seen both of these. In my actual gameplay, I got 4 pings when it was red. But it's saying right here, if it's red, I should be getting 5. So I actually don't know what's going on here. And I remember specifically playing Jackal back in the day after his mini rework that I was getting 5 pings. So either Jackal's bugged, or they nerfed him and I didn't know about it. If you are a defender playing against Jackal, then on the bottom left of your screen, if you get scanned by Jackal, it will show how many pings you have left before it goes away. And as you can clearly see, there is red feet, and I'm getting 4 pings. So again, Jackal could be bugged or they nerfed him. And I say there is 4 pings because the Jackal in this clip was right there when I started moving, and as I got to con, it was red feet. So, I don't know. Now, there is technically 2 main ways to counter Jackal. Either by playing Caveira and activating your silence step, despite Jackal pinging you, he will not see the actual pings. And to clarify, Caveira has to activate her gadget, otherwise she will be pinged. Or pray to God that your footprints go away, but considering the fact it takes well over a minute, good luck. Now, it won't take a rocket scientist to realize that Jackal would be pretty good at roam clearing, and you would be correct. To clarify, a roamer is a type of defender that stays a majority of the round outside of the site, usually 4 or someone close to the site. And they are very crucial to any good defense. Without the roamers, the attackers can take a lot of map control pretty much for free. That's why they are so important, and that's why Jackal is a very good counter to them, because Jackal can identify exactly where they are at pretty much any point he wants. And unlike some of the operators in the game, Jackal does not have to put away his gun in order to use his gadget. He just clicks a button and he has his gadget and his gun activated at the same time. And now I feel like it's a good time to mention, if you see red feet, then it's probably advised not to scan it because that usually means the defenders are right around the corner. And I specifically say that because depending on how many pings there are, the defenders could remember where the feet were, and thus knowing exactly where you are. But considering the fact a lot of things can happen in a siege round, this is probably unlikely. But on the off chance that they do remember where they were and now they know where you are, I would take somewhat of caution here. Now, it's pretty much already established that I've said that Jackal is good at roam clearing. So you know what Ubisoft does? Gives him some of the best guns in the game. To start off, he comes with the best SMG in the game, that being the PDW SMG, that comes with 50 rounds in the mag, a fast fire rate, good damage, and pretty low recoil to compensate for that. I'm going to be honest, I think the PDW is a little bit overpowered, and I wouldn't be surprised if it loses the 1.5 scope that it comes with, but either way, it would still be a good SMG. But if you want to play a little more passive with Jackal and hoard more angles, then his C7E assault rifle is pretty good. I said his name right, let's go. Good fire rate, good magazine size, and good damage, with up to a 2x scope. I mean, there's nothing to hate here, really. I'm not going to talk about his primary shotgun, but his secondary shotgun is pretty good because you don't have to use it as a primary, and it's good for self-destruction. And finally, moving on to his secondary gadgets, he comes with the very good smoke grenade that can be used for burn, or used to block line of sight off the defenders. And Jackal comes with only one more option, that being the Claymores, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a real big fan of them, because yes, you can use them for flank watch, but just bring no matter 0 at that point. And that's pretty much everything you objectively need to know about Jackal, and time for my personal opinion, and I think to an extent, Jackal can be overrated sometimes. And don't think I'm saying Jackal is a bad operator, no, he's one of the better operators in the game, probably potentially top 10 if we're talking about ranked at least. But the thing about me saying that if you know how many pings they are, then you kind of have a general idea of where Jackal is, kind of hurts him a little bit, but not by much. And in my personal experience, I use that pretty much all the time when I know there's a Jackal on the board, provided he's not banned. But of course, that really comes down to what's going on in the round and how good your memory is. But of course, if you're a newer player, Jackal is going to seem very strong and annoying to go against. But I promise you, once you kind of pay attention to where you are when you know there's a Jackal, then he's not really that bad. Again, he's an amazing operator, but there's nothing really special about him in my opinion. But I'm going to say that's the end of the video, and if you like what I make, I appreciate it if you subscribe, and if you're interested in any other operators that I have covered almost all of them, so go check out the playlist, because you might find your new favorite operator. Well, with that said, I am Carter Tony, I hope you have a good day, or good night, and goodbye.